Hey y'all, Toad here. Yep, we're back in the kitchen, and gonna try something just a little different. And is this gonna work? I have no idea. Well, as you can see, what we got here is some hot dogs, and I've already done part of this, so let's get those out of the way. Gonna try canning up some hot dogs with a twist. And first thing I need to do is make sure that the hot dogs fit in the jar. I got pint jars here, so we're gonna do a little bobbit thing here. That way they'll fit in the jar. And we're gonna throw the tips in this other jar. And what I'm gonna try to do, and oh yeah, by the way, this is that Spyderco Pacific Salt with the H1 steel. I was using the Spyderco Military before for this, and while it's a great cooking knife, one of the problems that it has is the coating. It just, especially if you're cutting stuff like cheese and whatnot, that coating gets in the way. This is a tinny coating, I believe, and on this knife it doesn't seem to be a problem. And of course, the H1 steel, if you've watched my other video about torture testing, this one's satin smaller brother, the Salt 2, which I'll put down there. It's a pretty corrosion-proof knife, so I feel pretty confident that I'm not going to have any trouble with using it in the kitchen. So, here's some of the other ones. Yeah, I'm going to try something a little weird here. What I got is some bacon. And I like hot dogs, I like bacon, so I thought I'd just wrap the hot dog in the bacon, and then just lay it in a jar. And I'm going to fill up the whole jar doing that. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what we got. Filet bacon. I just threw a couple of the extra tips down in there just to fill it up. But we have bacon-wrapped hot dogs. Is this going to work? I have no idea. You're along for the ride. This is just an idea I had. And then what I did with the rest of the tips is I just sort of did a little layer cake here. Got some pieces of bacon, some tips, some pieces of bacon, tips, yada, yada, yada. And this is going to get treated just like it was any other meat in the pressure cooker. Okay, now what we got here is basically just a chuck roast. This was on sale at our local place. I think I paid like $6 for it. I don't know. That seemed like a good price for around here. Depending on where you live, prices are always different. What might be a good price for me, might be insane for somebody who's, lives in a different spot. But for $6, I'm just gonna cube this guy out and fill the rest of my jars, because my pressure cooker will hold 5-quart jars. I've just got this little bitty one. I hope someday to be able to afford to upgrade to an All-American or something, like the 23-quart, something like that you can put more in. But for right now, I'm just going with what I got. And the little one that you'll see is it, So let me go ahead and get this all cubed up and thrown in there, and I'll be right back. Yeah, we're just about finished up here. We took that roast and just finished cubing it up. And I'm trying to get, a reasonable amount of the fat and whatnot left over. One, I don't like it. And two, if I'm going to be canning this, I just don't want to be canning that. You know what I'm saying? Get that out of there. And yep, still using that Spyderco because, it works. And I know there's a couple of... I got more than one vegetarian subscriber. And, I'm sorry if this is a little rough on you. But, you could kind of look at it as not as meat, but kind of as a grain storage device. So, kind of in a way, I've recycled that grain and put it in this form. So, what we got out of that, 2 more jars. And this is going to pretty much constitute our pressure canning for today, because like I said, my pressure canner only takes 5, and between the moo meat here and the bacon hot dogs you saw a minute ago, that'll be a load. All right, let me get that started. All right, well, there it is, all set to go. Got the meats there and the hot dogs there, and as soon as that starts to boil, we'll put the lid on and it'll go. Well, there it goes finally. Of course, as soon as I start recording, the thing decides to hiss, but there it is. Doing its thing. It's a little camera shy. But the bottom line is, here we go for 90 minutes. Alright, see you in a bit. Well, how did it turn out? And I guess we're going to have to take a peek here. Let me grab my jar lifter and we'll take a peek at these. Alright. Now they've been in for 90 minutes. And whoo boy, are they still a-bubbling. As soon as I get them out of here, I'm going to grab the camera and show you that. Because it's actually kind of cool looking. Alright, give me just a second to monkey about with this camera. Woohoo! Check it out. Can you see that? Look at that. These bad boys are bubbling. Those are some of the wrapped hot dogs. And that's one of the meat. I think that one's got the tips and bacon and stuff in it. Let me see if I can get the camera to sit still in this one spot. So yeah, I mean, do I know this is going to work? No, I really don't. You know, one of the great things about being new to something is, you know, you learn a little bit. Woo-hoo. Sorry, I'm moving you around a bit, sorry. You know, you learn something, then you try something. Learn something, try something. And this was just an experiment for me. I wanted to see if this would work. You know, they say everything is better with bacon, and I agree. So the bacon hot dogs and all that, we'll just have to wait and see. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming along for the ride. Fair winds, and we'll see you next time around.